So see here once again, in case of dichromate crystal method, it is a polarizer and this is the analyzer. This is the axis of the polarizer and this is the axis of the analyzer. On rotating the second crystal perpendicular to plane of the incidence, on rotating the second crystal, intensity of the light coming out from the second crystal will be changed from 0 to maximum. Okay na? Suppose if the intensity of light will be changed from 0 to maximum, then the light emitted from the first crystal is said to be plane polarized light. On rotating the crystal, second crystal, so that intensity of the light does not change in any direction. That means this incident light is said to be partial unpolarized light. But the intensity remains same in all directions of rotation of the second crystal. Okay na? Suppose if the intensity will be changed from minimum to maximum, not from 0 to maximum. Minimum to maximum means it has unequal number of arrows and dots. That's why this light is said to be partially polarized light. So therefore, the light coming out from the first crystal is analyzed by the second crystal. That's why second one is called as the analyzer. First one is called as the polarizer. Right? Okay. Suppose here there is one another law in the same sense, which is called as the Malus law. Malus law means that indicates the intensity. Malus law indicates the intensity of the light coming out from the analyzer and also angle between the axis of polarizer and analyzer. For example, this is the axis of the polarizer. This is the axis of the polarizer. And second crystal will be rotated slightly, means there is some angle between the axis of polarizer and analyzer. This is the analyzer axis and this is the polarizer axis. An unpolarized light is made to incident on the polarizer, means unpolarized. It has equal number of arrows and dots. This intensity is equal to I naught. While the unpolarized light, while going through the polarizer, suppose here half the part of the light will be stopped within the polarizer, means all the dot components are stopped. Unpolarized light is having 2 arrows and 2 dots. 2 dots are stopped and emitted light is having only 2 arrows, means intensity of the light coming out from the polarizer should be equal to 50% of the original light. So therefore here this intensity is equal to I naught by 2. Same I naught by 2 intensity will be incident on the analyzer and axis theta, angle between these two axes is equal to theta, say suppose. What is the intensity of the light coming out from the analyzer, which is equal to I dash anukunte, according to Malus law, it can be proved that I dash is equal to I naught by 2 into cos square theta. This is the formula for intensity of the light coming out from the analyzer. I dash is equal to I naught by 2 into cos square theta, where I naught by 2, what is I naught by 2? It is the intensity of the light emitted from the first one or incident on the second one. Therefore, I dash is equal to I naught by 2 cos square theta. This is called Malus law. Most of the problems in polarization depends only on this formula and also Brewster's law. What is Brewster's law? Mu is equal to tan IP. These two are very important. There is no another formula in polarization. Do you understand? Okay na? Right. Suppose here, let us consider n polaroids or n dichromate crystals. It is the first crystal. Angle between these two is equivalent to theta. Angle between the axis of second one, third one is also equal to theta. Between third one and fourth one is also equal to theta. Means number of dichromate crystals are arranged such that angle between any two successive polarides is equivalent to theta. Let the intensity of the light incident on the first crystal is equal to I naught. Intensity of the light coming out from the first crystal is equal to I1 anukunte, I1 it is equal to what is the value of I naught by 2. So the intensity of the light coming out from the first crystal I1 is equal to I0 by 2. I1 equal to I0 by 2. So here I1 is equal to I0 by 2. Same, the intensity of the light coming out from the first crystal is equal to suppose it is I2. I2 is equal, what is this value? I1 into cos square, I2 is equal to I1 into cos square theta. I1 is also replaced by I0 by 2 into cos square theta. Here what is it? This is the intensity of light coming out from the second crystal. I2. From the third crystal, I3 is equal to దీనిపైన ఇన్సిడెంట్ అయ్యేది I2 కదా. I3 is equal to I2 into cos square theta. But I2 is replaced by I0 by 2 into cos square theta into cos square theta. That is I0 by 2 into cos power 4 theta. What is it? This is the intensity of the light coming out from the third crystal. Similarly, intensity of the light coming out from the fourth crystal I4 is equal to దానిపైన ఇన్సిడెంట్ అయ్యేది I3 into cos square theta, because angle between any two polarizers is equal to theta. That I3 is replaced by, once again, I0 by 2 into cos power 4 theta into cos square theta. That is equal to I0 by 2 into cos power 6 theta. Right? Intensity of the light from the fifth one is equal to I0 by 2 into cos power 6 theta into cos square theta. That I0 by 2 into cos power 8 theta. In the same way, suppose the intensity of the light coming out from the nth crystal can be represented as In is equal to I0 by into cos power 2 into n minus 1 into theta. It is the general formula. Here, this formula is used only all the polarides or the crystals are arranged such that angle between the axis of any two successive polarides is same, which is equal to theta. So that the intensity of the light emitted from the last one or nth crystal is equal to I0 by 2 into cos power 2 into n minus 1 into theta. Thank you.